In 2026, running multiple digital accounts for e-commerce, advertising, or affiliate marketing is a standard business practice. But modern platform detection systems track every IP address and tracking cookie you generate, and they are entirely merciless. This diagram illustrates what happens when you use standard Chrome to access 5 different Amazon seller accounts. You create a shared session. The moment the platform links those accounts through a single digital fingerprint, the bans cascade across your entire portfolio. That shared digital fingerprint acts as an invisible threat. It gives the algorithm exactly what it needs to wipe out your entire livelihood in a fraction of a second. This creates a direct conflict for operators. Shared sessions invite immediate bans, but high-end isolation tools represent a technical investment that adds weight to your monthly overhead. We're going to map out exactly which multi-account setup fits your specific scale and budget, from basic browsers to cloud infrastructure. Operating at this level means building a resilient infrastructure designed for the specific platforms you target. The baseline defense involves Tier 1 basic tools, like Chrome profiles, Firefox containers, or native tools like Meta Business Suite. These built-in managers effectively separate your tracking cookies and basic login sessions, and they do it for free. The trade-off is that they provide zero protection for your IP address or your hardware data. Platforms identify you by a unique combination of canvas rendering, time zone, fonts, and hardware. Google and Amazon immediately read this data. If a Tier 1 user runs multiple storefronts with exact matching puzzle pieces, they issue a ban. Tier 1 setups only work for the casual operator, managing a few low-risk social media accounts, where advanced fingerprinting is not actively enforced. Operators needing high-level spoofing usually step up to Tier 2, desktop anti-detect software. This comparison matrix tracks requirements by scale. Notice the Solo Pro column. Desktop anti-detect requires installing specialized local software to artificially mask your hardware fingerprint. By creating isolated device identities, this software tricks strict platform algorithms into seeing entirely different computers. The cost of this security is a massive drain on your local hardware resources. Each isolated profile you open consumes between 200 and 500 megabytes of local RAM. As indicated by the warning in the matrix, trying to scale past 10 simultaneous profiles will max out the memory on standard laptops. This hardware bottleneck traps solo operators. They are forced to buy expensive, high-RAM workstations simply to keep their active campaigns running without crashing. Desktop anti-detect buys the necessary security, but it permanently ties your operational ceiling to the physical limitations of the computer sitting on your desk. For enterprise-scale and large agencies, the industry standard is Tier 3, cloud-based anti-detect browsers. Instead of taxing your hardware, these solutions move the heavy lifting of browser profile generation off your local machine and onto remote cloud instances. Because the cloud generates hardware fingerprints via actual Chromium processes, you get authentic identities. This allows you to scale massively and share access with virtual assistants without utilizing your local RAM. The required trade-off is an absolute reliance on persistent, reliable internet. You are dependent on a third-party server's uptime to access your business. Whether you choose a desktop or cloud tier, there is a mandatory operational cost that applies to both: quality proxies. This routing map shows dedicated residential proxies assigning consistent geolocated IP addresses directly to individual browser profiles. But operators using cheap data center proxies immediately trigger red flags. Platforms see low-quality traffic, ignore fingerprint spoofing, and cross-link your profiles anyway. The most advanced cloud browser fails if paired with cheap routing. Your total budget for high-quality proxies is the true deciding factor in your return on investment. This decision tree maps out how to choose your tool. It starts with a critical question. Are you managing strict platforms like Facebook, Google, or Amazon ads? If the answer is no and you have under 5 accounts, you fit the casual operator profile. Save your budget. Stick to basic browser profiles and native platform tools. If you do manage strict platforms, the next question is hardware. If you have a powerful local workstation and manage between 5 and 20 accounts, you follow the solo hustler path. Your baseline for survival is an entry-level desktop anti-detect browser, paired tightly with quality residential proxies. If you manage more than 20 accounts and require team access, you land in the scaler or agency profile. Cloud-based solutions are your operational imperative. The RAM savings and frictionless team collaboration easily justify shifting your infrastructure to the cloud. Buying technology based strictly on your exact operational scale protects your digital assets while preserving your profit margins. Regardless of which tier you select, no anti-detect tool can save an operator who lacks basic operational hygiene. You cannot instantly run high-budget ads on a brand new profile. Accounts require a gradual warming period of light, natural activity before heavy use. If you rush the inputs, platform algorithms detect the bot-like behavioral pattern and issue an immediate ban, completely bypassing your perfectly spoofed fingerprint. Human habits dictate success. You must document every proxy assignment, compartmentalize your passwords, and write out emergency recovery procedures before adding your next account. Maintaining your accounts long-term requires a disciplined operational system, regardless of the software you choose.